It's entirely legal and above board. Go on. That guy totally smuggles drugs, man. Listen, boy, if you know what's good for your health, you're going to stop talking right now. All right, put your thinking cap on because it's not about getting scared. Boo, ah. No, it's not about that today. It's about solving a crime. We played one of those before, and it was the investigator in the case of the unconventional weapon. I think that was the title. The entire house partake in killing that person, but none of them knew that the dude was already. So they kept adding to it. He got poisoned at first, then he got drowned, then beat to a pulp, then stabbed, then this, then that. And RIP to the chinchilla. I forgot his entire name, but that was our sidekick last time. And he got poisoned by one of the murderers that was in the house. I'm thinking that we're gonna have like a new sidekick for this one. Hopefully it's a good and cool guy or whatever that kind of gonna use his brain so he knows not to drink from a house where there is an active serial killer. So hopefully this one is as good as the last one. But you know already, I'm not here to make you wait. So let's just get into it. Why did I say that? Boy, I'm glad to see you, investigator. Who's that with you? A pleasure as always, Bobby Cat. Please, let me introduce you to my little psychic, the Trauma Llama. I don't trust that Trauma Llama for some reason. Please, don't call a trained forensic pathologist a psychic investigator. Also, you paying me to be here. Damn, you're not even psychic. In any case, Bobby Cat, please, tell us about the victim. Ooh, the sunk skunk. A nasty fellow by all accounts. Mid-30s, did odd jobs along the dock. He spent most of his time at the Red Herring, a local tavern, drinking and getting thrown out for brawling. We found him washed up on the shore of the river, quite close to the herring. So his probably was drunk and they probably drowned his butt. So he likes to fight as well. It's a fishy business, gentlemen. No sign of fresh injuries or struggle, but plenty of people would have stood in line for the opportunity, if you ask me. Oh, so he wasn't like a good citizen, basically, trying to say. If you don't mind, Bobby Cat, I'll have a sidekick take a look at the body. He's not a sidekick. You're paying him. Pass me the rubber glove, please, investigator. And now, the long handled scalpel. And that hypodermic needle. And that giant bottle with a skull and bones label on it. Please, oh, and some cotton swab. And perhaps the bone saw. The bone saw? Should I be worried? Yeah, should I be worried? Me too? Should I be worried? No. The Chomolama is a professional. He's the best in his field. I'll take your word for it, investigator. Alright, gentlemen. I'm still processing the toxicology samples. Those won't be done for a bit. But I can tell you now that time of death was less than 48 hours ago. Because the death was definitely asphyxiation, or rather drowning. He's by the river. How much of a genius that you have to be to realize that he got drowned? Come on, llama. Because of that, he was definitely. He is by the dock, by the river. Just like I said. Yeah, unfortunately, my medical examination doesn't quite corroborate Bobby Cat's initial conclusion. He has 3 cracked ribs, blood under his fingernails, and internal bruising. So he got beat up before he got drowned. The victim might, okay, Huh. Well, we can't all be Sweeney Todd over here, cutting off people's body. Jealousy is unbecoming, Bobby Cat. Really? Please, now please, allow us to inspect the scene of crime. Okay, what's that on his cheek? Oh boy, that is the tattoo of a local river gang, the King Crabs. Huh, you suspect a gang-related homicide? At very least, we should be on the lookout for fellow members seeking revenge. Okay, so he was part of the gang? Oh, was he part of the gang, or this is like a stamp that they put on you when they get a kill? You know? I killed that muffer. I killed that motherfucker. I killed that fucker. So I'm gonna put my stamp on him. So you know that I'm the one that is that what that is, or it's just that he was part of the gang and another gang, you know, probably the gang of the rocks and trees or whatever, got to woman. No. What's this? He's holding on tightly to his wallet. Not trying to steal from the dead, are you? The Chomalama? Well, you know, you really aren't paying me enough. Oh, look at this. The Chomalama. It's an unpaid tab bill from the Red Herring. $400? The sunk skunk must have really liked his booze. About 300 of this is apparently for broken furniture and tableware. Oh, Bobby Cat, why are these crates here? Huh? Oh, they washed ashore with the victim. It was almost like he was holding them. They're just full of sardine cans. But what's inside the cans? Sardines? Smuggled drugs. A crate of smuggled opium? This man was living in dangerous territory. This is opium. Yes. It's just as I thought. You were right, Bobby Cat. This is very fishy business. You see, Bobby Cat is always right. The sunk skunk could probably have used this life preserver. Poor guy. The rope? I'm about to reach the end of my rope here. Ah, investigator, shut the freak up. You're trying too hard. What's that? Sadly, there's no message in it. It's just your everyday discarded bottle. The two appears time in a man's life, or when he buys a boat, and when he sells it. And there's not really much to look at. You said the sunk skunk often frequented a local establishment? Yes, sir. The Red Herring, I believe it's called. I think it would be best to continue our investigation over there. Coming, the Tremalama? Huh? Oh, yes. Give me a minute to pack up my forensic kit. What a colorful lookout. A very hole in the wall. I'll be sure to leave a Yelp review. A Yelp review for real? I'm not sure any of these denizens have done an honest day work in their lives. Denizens? Okay. He did it. The Mobster Lobster. Do you know someone called the Sunk Skunk? He's not answering. No, nothing, bro. He's not talking for shit. Sir? No. Huh. What game are you playing there? What are you? The paparazzi? Goodbye. Why is he so hostile towards me, bro? He seems friendly. Squeal the seal. No, I give up. I confess. I'll admit everything. What? What exactly are you confessing to? Everything. I did it. Or if I did it, I know who did. Take me away. I admit a witness protection program. What's wrong with that, dude? That's not how it works, Mr. Squill. Why not? You have to be able to tell me what you're confessing to. Do you know the skunk? Yeah, yeah, of course. I know everybody who's anybody who's me. What? Yeah, of course. I know everybody who's any. Wait, I know everybody who's anybody. Me. I think this man is on speed or something. How would you describe the son skunk? Oh man, that guy was crazy. Always walking around with a skateboard and stuffed jewelry, talking about how he hated that man. How he hated the man. Huh? I think you may be confusing him for the punk skunk. Oh no, you're right. I know who you're talking about. The guy who played a mean saxophone and had an afro, right? No, that's the funk. Investigator, we're wasting time. He clearly has no idea what we're talking about, bro. Yeah, this man is a low bing bong. What can you tell us about the lobster sitting on the corner? The mobster lobster? Oh man, I'll get in trouble if I tell you. Please, Mr. Squill. Look, all I'm saying is, you do not want to mess with that guy, alright? They say he's the son of Don Craylone, head of the crayfish crew. The rival gang of the King Crabs. So the dude wasn't a gang. Yeah. The last person who pissed him off, I've heard they only found bits of him floating down the river. Yikes. Huh. I knew he was the one. Take it easy, Mr. Squirrel. Stay chilly out here. It's the fuzz. What do you want? Squawk. Do you know someone by the name of Skunk? The skunk? Have you heard from the good for nothing? I sent him to deliver a load of my cargo a couple of days ago. The illegal seagull. Why they gotta rhyme? Why they gotta rhyme, bro? A couple of days ago, never seen hide or hair of that thief since then. So you were the skunk's boss? Sure. And I'm telling you, I would not give that scoundrel a letter of recommendation. Ouch. That's a death blow in the job market these days. Yeah, it was his boss. It was his professional boss, I would say. But why is him is the illegal seagull? So there's nothing legal about the job that he's doing. I am thinking, I don't know, there's one last person, which is the dog over there. Yeah, I was gonna ask, why is your name the illegal seagull? It's just, one of those silly childhood nicknames. No. Huh. I don't know if I believe you. I'm not sure you have much room to talk. What? What are you saying about my name? It's a little odd, that's all. How often do you come to Red Herring? What is this? The 5th degree? I actually can't stand this place. I'm only here because that useless lump, the skunk, hangs around here all the time. I thought I'd catch him eventually. Thank you, sir. You've been very helpful. Yeah, well, don't let get it around. Don't ruin my street creds. Street creds. You look like you're in your 50s. Come on, man. Welcome to the Red Herring, gentlemen. How can I help you today? Are you the owner of this establishment? Aye, for my sense. It is not usual to find a Bernese this far from the mountains, is it? You know your breeds. I'll give you that. Why the charge of what's the change of scenery? Well, I've always had a bit of wandering high and itchy powers. I wanted to travel, so I left my hometown when I was a young pup, and the rest was history. Now, do you know the skunk? Huh? Ugh. That old reprobate, the devil himself, could ask for a worse customer. I barked up longer than my tail, and I was starting fight, breaking furnitures. Why didn't you ban him then? Yeah. Well, business hadn't been good lately. I knew he worked for some shady customers, so I figured he had to be getting money from somewhere. I was counting on him coughing up and then selling the red herring for a ticket out of this dump. What do you know about the lobster over there? Him? He's the ideal customer. Comes in, pays for a drink, sits quietly, leaves. Like clockwork, every Thursday. Never start any trouble. Not like that skunk. Never starts any trouble? Well, the skunk did throw up on his shoes a few days ago. He seems pretty upset about that. Still didn't raise his voice or nothing. Just glare daggers all night. Thank you very much for your help. Have a nice day. It feels like we're raising more questions than we're answering them. Yeah, all in good time. Lama. Patience is a key component of investigative work. Let's see if there's any clues about red earring that might hate us. That board right there. How quaint. It's a snapshot of the tavern brawl. Can we see it? I'm really starting to question what kind of ambience this place is going for. Wait a second. Look, you can see Squeal the Seal and Skunk fighting in this. Can I see the picture? I want to see the picture for myself. So they knew each other. It's one of those flippable calendar. The sign says 1 day since last brawl. Oh, so they had a brawl yesterday. The glass is too dirty to see into the kitchen. Probably for the best. What's that? Another of those sardine cans. The packaging is the same of the ones we found next to the skunk. Opium? Again? How odd. These are actually just regular sardines. What's that right here? Fragments of a ripped up letter. As far as I can make out, it says, "When I'm gone, bottom of the river, tomorrow night." Huh. I think this is a hit order. But was it a hit on our victim? Duh. He's the only one there you saw. He's the only victim here. What you talking about? Oh, I can talk to him again. What's the juice on the illegal seagull? That guy totally smuggles drugs, man. Yeah, he pays real good though, so it's worth the extra hassle. You just admit to being an accomplice to a federal crime. Is it still too late for that witness protection deal? What's with this photo of you and the skunk fighting together? Huh? That's the skunk? Yeah, that's him. Yes. Oh, man, that's awkward. I thought he was a really smelly badger the whole time. Damn. Look, I was really slush, alright? I don't know. A few months at most. I was just looking for an extra hand with my shipping business. That's the last time I looked for hired help on Craigslist. Yes, I've heard that sentiment before. In a recent murder case involving a toilet picnic, the last one because they got their the murderer, which was a serial killer, and the victim, they met on Craigslist. Tell me about your shipping business. It's entirely legal and above board. Go on. I would never involve myself in any kind of an unauthorized smuggling. Okay. I am an entirely upright and an honest citizen. That's what are we having? Nothing. Alright, I can take a hint. How about those king crabs? Listen, boy. If you know what's good for your health, you're going to stop talking right now. Is this your handwriting? Kid, don't make me get my lawyer. Huh? What? You got something more to say? No, I guess not. What happens to son's con tabs if he skip town? I break the laugh of the man who comes in and tell me that news. That's what happens. You can't do that. We are cops. Oh. Talking about shooting the messenger for real, bro. Might be thirsty. Any chance you can spare a drink of salt water? Sure thing. On the house. I'll get salt water. Yeah, I've got to stop. Yeah, that happened last time. Somebody drank that water and they end up dead. Gotta stop doing that. I didn't know you like salt water, investigator. Yes, it's part of the new detox diet I'm trying out. Oh, hold on, investigator. Looks like my toxicology samples have finished analyzing. Let me guess. He died from brain poisoning. Don't be ridiculous, Bobby Cat. No. His results aren't showing off any trace of foul play. Well, other than his blood alcohol content was very high, enough to poison a small country. Wow. So he was drunk as a skunk. Yes, I suppose you could say that. Well, it's been a murky business, gentlemen, but I think I have all the information I need to draw a conclusion. Really? Because I haven't the foggiest idea what's going on. But for my dramatic accusation, I need to borrow a forensic kit. You see, there's an 11th and important clue in there that I must flourish at the important moment. Well, alright, if you say so. I've darkened the room for a very important reason. This is the part where I overdramatically point my finger at the killer. As always, I like to give my sidekicks a chance to show me up. The Tremolama, do you want to take up to get a crack at it first? The mob lobster could be the one, because it's from a gang, and the skunk trunk is from another gang. He could have, sent a hit. Now I don't know why would the illegal seagull would target his own employee when he's smuggling drugs and that's his only employee doing that. So now why would you do that? Now Seal the Squill is a little iffy for me, because he's trying to cover it as if that he didn't know who the the skunk was. I'm pretty sure he knew. He's just trying to cover his traces. Now the Bernese, I don't know about him. His plan was to fill up the skunk tab so he can get money out of him, and then it will sell the freaking place and then get the freak out. The two that I will accuse will be the mob and the squill. But I am pretty sure it's the squill for some reason. I'm pretty sure it's the squill, because why would you write a note about a hit, then rip it off in this, like in the same place that you're saying that, and let it on the floor? That's very fishy, that's fishy business. Like, he's trying to set the mob up because he knows that the mob is in the gang that is the rival to the skunk gang. And he wrote that hit and then just placed it next to them. And because remember, he's the one that told us that last time somebody messed with the mob, they end up finding bits and pieces of him by the river. The skunk was whole. The skunk was whole. There was no bits and pieces missing. And he was holding his wallet for some reason. And the fact that they put his head like in a way that you can see the tattoo is kind of to point us that, hey, he's in the gang. So it is gang related. So I'm thinking that it is not gang related. And somebody staged it that way in order to throw somebody else under the bus. Either I'm overthinking it or I am right on the money. It has to be Squill. Seal the Squill, Squill the Seal, whatever the frick his name is. I'm gonna accuse you. Aha! An interesting thought. But at first, incorrect. No, I'm afraid I fooled you. There was no murderer. What? The skunk theft was a tragic. Hold it right there. Who? What? The real investigator. That investigator. What? That investigator is an imposter? 2 investigators? What on earth is going on? It's like I'm up to my eyeballs in alligators. No, Bobby Cat, there's only one alligator on this room. That man standing there is none other than the nefarious mastermind known as the crocodile. But he knew all the inside jokes from the last investigators. Oh, freak. I love that. I love that. The crocodile is a criminal genius, Bobby Cat, studying up on my latest case and impersonating my every mannerism was child's play to him. I suppose I should be flattered. Quite frankly, I too am impressed, investigator. You escaped from my captivity much quicker than I would have given you credit for. You were a worthy foe, crocodile, but your scheming plans end here. Oh no, I think not. After all, I succeeded in obtaining what I came here for. The Trauma Llama forensics kit, containing several powerful sedatives and lethal poisons, available only to the most practiced of medical examiners. What? No! Give me back my kit. I went to 8 years of med school for that, for real. No, don't. The crocodile is what? Also an expert combatant. Cut down by my own bone saw. Bobby Cat, get an ambulance. But the crocodile is getting away. The Trauma Llama is more important right now, Bobby Cat. Also, he cut him. That's right. Think to your fallen friend like a good little alligator. I'll catch you in the end, you coward. Haha, very well. I look forward to that day. Until then, I'll see you later, investigator. After a while, crocodile. Jesus Christ. Can you guys stop? Wait, did it die? So how did it... Oh... Wait. So why did he ask for the salt water? Wait, is it because that crocodile from salt water places? I looked that up, bro. I gotta look that up. That should have been the clue, I guess. Yeah, and alligators are from fresh waters. But the thing is, how did this skunk die? He had a broken rib. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. The skull got a broken rib because he was fighting. The tattoo, the note. Now, why would it be the note? Why would the note be something? Why would the note be something, dude? And the llama just died because he got cut with his own bone saw. And he didn't even get paid, bro. He didn't even get paid, bro. Wow. It was said to be like a monthly thing. Like the dev said that every month they will come out with a new one of those. But it's been like 4 to 5 months and it's the same 3. It's only 3. That's well, maybe it started posting on Steam, I guess. Maybe it's, I don't know. I'm just saying, maybe he has them on Steam now, and I'll look it up. But it's only 3. So if you are watching this, the dev of that game, what's your name? I don't see your name here. If you're watching this video, please keep making them. They are pretty awesome. I love them. I love these stories. Not quite love the idea of my sidekick always dying, but thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see some more, be sure to leave a like. And as usual, thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. I'll catch you guys next one. Peace out. R.I.P.